Pow wow, yo, yippee, yay, guys. Part number 41, and I'm super excited to be with you guys today. As always, we'll dig dive into the love of the community, then talk about what's happening on SwissBorg Network with some great news happening. Obviously, talk about the Eigen Layer drop, talk about a new alpha opportunity with InterCellar, and talk about a very big question of the future of SwissBorg. As you guys know, my name is Cyrus Fazel. I'm the proud founder and CEO of SwissBorg, always here to serve you. And shout out again to Crypto CG, one of my favorite t-shirts here. I can't share more the love that you have with these beautiful t-shirts all the time. Question: what does a launchpad Borg imply? TG of the projects backed by the alpha phase, followed by the liquidity pools using Borg. What can we expect? What's the difference between the alphas and the AI on the AI projects and the launch of the Borg pad? Before getting into this, I really want to talk about something that's really important. First cycle, there was a few tokens. Second cycle, TGE with ICOs, we came up. 3, it was more about VCs and all that. And the fourth cycle, we're seeing that all these VC-backed sex cartel-like tokens are performing very poorly. Even like, for example, Favor, which was one of our alpha deal, it got to raise a lot of money with us and then just get listed on Bybit to just pay like $1 or $2 million and get dropped. Even great projects, as others in Camino and others that are completely DeFi oriented and really great have went through that trajectory. And we're seeing more and more projects that some have value and some have less value that are just doing everything to get listed on sexes. And we're seeing that is the worst playbook ever. And XBorg, representing the X, is exactly the opposite. Like, no, we're not going to pay $1 or $2 million. Not because that means it's money that are taking directly from your pockets to pay for listing. And that doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't make any sense at all. And I think so at SwissBorg, we really should address this. There's no reason that people should pay $2 million or $1 million to get listed, because what you're doing is that you're just taking out your cash and you're just paying these expensive exchanges to bring value. Well, the value we're seeing right now is that most of these tokens actually are losing 90%. And this is something that really people should think about more and more, is like the sex listing is an exit strategy. It's where you get listed on Binance or you get listed on Bybit and it doesn't work anymore. We're seeing more and more on-chain transactions, and that's why, again, I always talk about the memes, how pure the memes is that you have this liquidity bootstrapping where, okay, maybe the team is going to buy some tokens while it's going right in the beginning, but that's fine. And there might be some other people that will buy into the token, not at a discounted price, but at an earlier price because they're friends of the project or they're partners or whatever. And that's still okay. But what you don't want is to have all these different VCs that get in, all these market makers that bring a lot of bullshit, and then eventually get listed on different sexes that bring no value. If you look at even the mother token, got listed on Bybit, everyone got excited. No, it dropped to 3 cents. When it got listed with SwissBorg, it was at 6 cents. And it went to 21 cents. And we were the biggest amount of volume that was brought on Mother was SwissBorg. And we talked about them all the time. And you're seeing people bringing value here, not people just dumping or trying to do some exit strategy scam with influencers, with wrong influencers, wrong VCs and whatsoever. So I think so this is something that first we have to talk about. The second thing is that what does Borg pad imply? So Borg pad, a little bit with WeatherXM, for example, what we did is that we want to bring the best project that bring value to our community, and the community, any person will eventually be able to invest on chain into this liquidity bootstrapping that's done with Borg and the token of the company, right? So you're really going to be able to participate within the SwissBorg app, like the pre-alpha first on SwissBorg, and then second, you would be able to, again, essentially on chain, be able to bring liquidity. This will probably be doable as well through the SwissBorg app too. But the great thing is that anyone in the world could be, besides the Americans, obviously, in jurisdictions that are not suitable for this, will be able to essentially participate in these liquidity bootstrapping events. And I think so this is something that is very fair. It's really nice to see because it brings back the ethos of essentially what is Web3, which is essentially everyone should have this chance to get into any project. And you don't need to have all these different layers of investors that don't make sense. Just all go at the same time if you believe in the project. I think this is something that's very, very important. And Danielle and the community that's built BorgPad and building BorgPad are doing a great job. And this is what I like the most, is when I see the community take their own initiatives and they make it, as pure as possible, and to bring value to the Borg token, the Borg in the SwissBorg ecosystem as well. Talking about that, Nicolas has just tweeted something big. Nicolas went for a crazy one. He says, what are the tokens on Solana would you like to see listed in the SwissBorg app? Don't be shy, list them all. A bit behind the idea would be, imagine if we start listing all type of tokens of Solana, and any type of tokens. But the difference would be that if you really want to make like a SwissBorg choice or the community choice, then you have to do a lot of different things. But imagine that you'd be able to really list any tokens on SwissBorg that obviously still go through a due diligence part from ourselves. And, we have to, has to hit different requirements, and we have to tick the boxes to make sure they're compliant and that, they're feasible. But then we make a marketplace that's much better, that's better than sex, right? That is really better than sex, and we could end this cartel together. So I couldn't be more excited by that. So I really, invite you guys. I'll be building another thread based on Nicolas' one, and just list all the tokens that are on Solana first, because through the MEX is what we could add the easiest way possible. And then we have to figure out how the community could benefit from this, and how you would see that, some tokens will be easy to discover, but while others will be quite difficult to discover. Like, you just have to write the ticker, and there's no promotion around it whatsoever. And there's maybe not the community's choice and things that could play with different governance and how the board token get involved. Don't want to get too excited here, but I still believe that this is something that could bring decentralization to the best point, democratization to the best point, and again, be better than sex. So go for it. I'll be, we're going to find a Twitter of my post there and list all the tokens I believe is right, or tag any projects too. SwissBorg in the news as last week. We have some cool stuff. There's a Byte line that did a nice thing about our event. Thank you very much for that. It was the SwissBorg SGP Grand Prix Mastermind meetup. So this was really nice. It was during Token 2049. For people who went there, it was really cool. We had a nice event last night, and there's going to be many more as well. Intro to the crypto. This one was in Geneva. At Tesla, we're going more and more doing things with Tesla because we like Tesla. We feel very well connected. So if you were there, you probably had a good time. And if you want an event to happen within your own city, any venues, whatever you want, please let us know. We'll be very happy to bring intro to the crypto anytime in your city. So let's make it happen. Let's talk about the news. Global crypto adoption nears 8% milestone by 2025. So seeing more and more adoption, which is really good. Bitcoin October might be finally getting to start. It is true that we had some rallies and things, but last but not least, let's don't talk about Chinese. They're just boring. Let's look into the market. So nothing has really changed, and I'm not going to go too much into it, but long story short, all the indicators shows us that we will have more cuts. And what does mean we'll have more cuts is that we will eventually be able to have more liquidity that's going to come. There's still some meetings to be happening like every time, but overall, I don't want to get too much into the numbers right now. This is the most important one. The global M2 is when liquidity gets injected in the markets, when essentially Federal Reserve and all the counterparties in the world start cutting rates, and they inject essentially more liquidity. And if you look the liquidity, how it matches the price of crypto is just insane. And whenever the crypto is most probably the most correlated to the global M2, which is again liquidity. So the more liquidity that goes into the market, the more the Bitcoin appreciates itself. It is true that liquidity could change, like if you're doing, donations directly to citizens, like what happened with the COVID, with like governments in Hong Kong or the States were giving airdrops, that was directly going to crypto because it's retails. But overall, it's still the same thing, I imagine, at a different magnitude. What is interesting to see is that Bitcoin is slightly underperforming, though, Bitcoin right now, but there's ups and downs. But long story short, if we would about to summarize this, the golden locks and the three bears: decreasing inflation, decreasing unemployment, decreasing interest rates, increasing asset prices, steady economic growth. So things are looking very good on the macro perspective. Obviously, there's still tension in the Middle East, and really shit is happening right now over there, which is very sad. There's still shit happening, of course, in Ukraine. So there is, political tensions around the world. But despite that, I don't see any black swan arriving anytime soon. So it looks like everything is green. You know what I mean? But not today. Everything's pretty red, and it is what it is, but things will change. I have some great news here that with Earn, you probably have participated in one of the biggest airdrop of all time. It was $2 million eligible to the community, not to SwissBorg. We're the only platform that give that, and huge applause to everyone that participated in that. That's a great token. Eigen Layer, again, is one of the nicest DeFi protocol for crypto in this new cycle. The different strategies were locked from July 2023 to April 2024. Great time to start investing into that. There was as well from December 23 to June 24. Overall, I think so. This is something that has been really, really good. Some people actually did 20,000 in reward. I got 10,000, which was really nice, and very happy about that. The good thing is that I think so everyone has been celebrating this in the past week. So thank you so much for showing the performance as well. A lot, SwissBorg Mania, $300-$500. That's a lot of money, which is really, really cool. Eigen Layer now is going to be proposing a new APY for staking. So for those who got those tokens, instead of selling that, if you believe there's more potential, I still feel there's a lot of. It's still expensive. I think so. It's between 4 and 5 billion total FDV. But I think there's still a lot of really good value to be brought, and this could go much crazier than what we see right now. To talk about restaking, I want to talk about Cyrus.fi is live. This is something that is really cool that SwissBorg has been supporting very much. It's about restaking the same thing, but now this is on Solana, and it's about restaking on Jito. So it's built with an infrastructure that is really, really well done. The good thing is that we're going to be offering this as a strategy for your Solana. So please get ready to have some Solana, and you'll be eligible to essentially deposit your Solana and most probably win some points. And after those points will be converted into what? Cyrus token. And I love Cyrus, by the way. Great name. Looks very close to my name. So congrats to the team for putting that up together. Talking about investment opportunities, we have to talk about Alpha, which is one of the big bridge. InterCellar, we did a video just yesterday. Please check it out. But again, I think so this is a new Alpha deal that is coming after tomorrow.
La Suisse et la France, c'est des pays vieillots. La finance et le vin, c'est has-been. T'es sûr? D'un côté, on a SwissBorg, le fleuron suisse qui rend accessible à tous la finance. Et de l'autre, on a InterCellar, la start-up française qui rend accessible à tous les grands vins. En octobre, va avoir lieu la prévente finale de notre jeton de fidélité sur SwissBorg. Je t'explique tout ça. Les Suisses, ils sont connus pour l'or. Mais nous aussi, on a notre or, l'or rouge. Et on l'appelle comme ça parce que le vin se bonifie avec le temps et que c'est une vraie réserve de valeur. Le vin et les spiritueux, c'est un très gros marché. En France, c'est la deuxième balance excédentaire à l'export. Mais c'est un marché qui a pas mal de problématiques et notamment de traçabilité. Il y a beaucoup de bouteilles de grands crus qui sont des contrefaçons. Ensuite, il y a des problèmes de stockage parce que le vin, c'est très sensible et il faut le conserver dans des bonnes conditions. Chez InterCellar, on solutionne toutes ces problématiques grâce à notre plateforme innovante. Le concept, il est très simple. Pour chaque bouteille, on va créer un jumeau digital. La bouteille physique, elle est stockée dans un entrepôt et le jumeau digital, il est stocké dans un portefeuille numérique. Et ce jumeau digital, tu vas pouvoir l'échanger, le revendre et évidemment, tu vas pouvoir le consommer en te faisant livrer la bouteille physique. Et le jeton de fidélité dans tout ça. Pour dynamiser son écosystème, InterCellar va lancer un token qui aura des utilités pour le consommateur. Évidemment, des accès à des bouteilles exclusives, mais aussi des remises sur le marché primaire, sur le marché secondaire et sur le stockage. Et enfin, tu vas pouvoir dépenser ton jeton pour pouvoir customiser ta carte digitale. Et ce jeton, il a aussi des utilités pour les marques qui listent sur la plateforme. Plus elles vont vendre, plus elles vont avoir de la visibilité sur la marketplace, plus elles vont pouvoir avoir accès à de la data ou encore participer à notre podcast dédié à l'univers des vins et spiritueux. InterCellar a déjà vendu la quasi-totalité de ses jetons de fidélité, mais il reste une dernière prévente sur SwissBorg en octobre. Si ça t'intéresse, je te laisse aller visiter notre site intercellar.io.
So those who didn't understand that, it was in French, sorry. Louis was explaining how cool essentially InterCellar is and talking about the SwissBorg community itself too. We just had a Twitter space yesterday with Farrar, Louis, Max, and myself, which was cool, and Sébastien Borget. There'll be vaults that'll be happening tomorrow, so there'll be 4 different vaults, and total will be approximately, I think so, 600,000 that will be collected. Hope you'll be part of it. Again, this is a team that I invested with. I like them. I think this is something that's changing the game of Web3, is bringing really value from the earth to directly into your wallets, which I think is amazing. RWA is huge and it's solving a lot of problems. So it's a big win for all of me. All these sense. It's very SwissBorg and very connected to the SwissBorg ecosystem, which is a great plus. So yeah, hope that you guys get in. We're still looking for other people to join, like Rust people and other than the product, as you guys know. We have different meetups that are happening in the next upcoming days. Please join them if you want to be part of it. Telegram group is right here. We have Crypto Tour as well, which is happening on the 19th of October in Lyon, which is going to be a really nice event too. Unfortunately, the Borg has not done very well, has lost his position far away from 20 cents, but we'll get back hopefully very soon. 160 people have upgraded and got into the premium, which is good, but not a huge amount. If not, this looks pretty much a little bit better than last week, but not much. Bring us to the community index, cast your score. Fortunately, not a great one, but a little bit more volume, a little bit more social, a little bit Borg holders, and slightly more invitations, which is still a little bit good. But the Borg, unfortunately, and the app activity was not great. Beautiful Borgers, as we get closer and closer to the elections, things are going to be a little bit crazy. It looks like right now Trump is definitely the leading candidate for this, and that is going to be a big plus for crypto. What we have to understand is, again, liquidity is being injected, the market will be going well. I'm very proud about that, happy about that, sorry. Regarding Borg as well, we have a lot of initiatives that are taking place. The Borger rank is getting a new version. There's obviously the Borg pan on the centralized part, which is really cool. And there's more things that are being cooked that we're going to be presenting. We heard that the order limits has been progressed a lot as well. So hopefully we'll be releasing this a better version very soon. And as always, be healthy, be wealthy, love our Borg and equity. Take care, guys. Much love. Bye.
Thank you for watching our weekly Pow Wow episode. If you enjoyed the show, make sure to leave a like. And if you didn't, tune in next week anyway, so that you can figure out if it's better then. Bye!